The most devastating conflicts in our species' history of fighting over land and ideologies has been distilled into heroic charges, tense dogfights, epic digital wars, and savage battles many times over. The greatest generation deserves only the greatest games, and we've compiled a list of the upcoming World War II and World War I games that you should be looking an eye out on. So today, I'm back with the top 20 new upcoming World War games of 2022 and 2023. Enough talking, let's get into it and subscribe to this channel. If you're new around here, it will be really an honor to us to serve you, and please help us to achieve 100k subscribers as soon as possible. Well, let's talk about most anticipated game Task Force Admiral. It's a strategy game set in the realities of World War II. More specifically, experience the thrill of leading American aircraft carriers to victory in this innovative full 3D command simulation wargame set in the Pacific in 1942. In this game, we play the role of the Admiral in the charge of Pacific Sea and Air Force. The game was developed by Dry Dog Dreams Game Studio. The publisher is Microprose Software.
Enemy fire at 12 o'clock. They're everywhere! We're under attack! Somebody get them off of us!
Experience World War II real-time strategy gameplay like never before. Men of War 2, the new chapter in the evolution of the top-rated RTS franchise, brings you more units with different specializations to lead, pinpoint historical accuracy, and new levels of visual and audio excellence, all combined with the series' original heart-pounding action. Lead your troops in intense real-time battles on the Western and Eastern fronts and overwhelm your opponents in epic narrative single-player campaigns and skirmish modes, before then diving deep into the multiplayer action. The legendary strategy franchise is back. Company of Heroes 3 is the ultimate package of action, tactics, and strategy. Take charge in the heat of real-time battle and set in the realities of World War II. Then command as a general, guiding the overall campaign where every decision matters. This time, the campaign focuses on Italy and North Africa. Well, let's get into Torn Away. It's an interactive story with a unique blend of adventure games, side-scrollers, and cinematic first-person sequences. See the tragedy of World War II through the eyes of a child and survive without losing what makes us human in this war-torn world, where only the strongest prevail. Now let's get into Isonzo. It's a realistic FPS set on an Italian front of World War I during the battles for the valley of the tidal river. Battle among the scenic peaks, rugged valleys, and idyllic towns of northern Italy. The Great War on the Italian front is brought to life and elevated to unexpected heights. Regiments is a real-time tactic set in Germany, 1989. The Cold War has gone hot and the inferno is raging. Lead your regiment through the fires of conflict and the fog of war. The key role is played by such elements as the use of terrain, breaking through enemy defensive lines, or tactical retreats, both real and fake, designed to confuse the enemy. Well, now let's get into Sherman Commander. It brings a whole new perspective and realism in tactical tank warfare simulation. Command a platoon of Sherman tanks over the most famous theaters of World War II. Take a commander seat and give specific orders to your crew, or open the tactical map to coordinate your actions with accompanying units.
Gunner, reverse right. Steady. On. High explosive, enemy anti-tank, 12 o'clock, 100 yards, on my command. Driver, stop.
Ready!
Fire.
Loading!
Gunner, a hair right.
Ready!
Fire.
Medic Pacific War is a third-person action game in which the player gets the opportunity to become a medic of the United States Army during the Second World War's biggest battles on the Pacific Front. Your job will be to take care of the wounded companions in the best possible way. Well, now let's talk about Commandos 3 HD Remaster. It's a remastered version of the 2003 tactical strategy in which we control a squad of specialists carrying out missions against German forces during World War II. Remastered in high definition, including reworked 3D models and textures, improved controls and refined UI. Destroyer, the U-Boat Hunter, is a sim-adventure game made in the style of a Second War thriller. In Destroyer, the U-Boat Hunter will play the role of a commander of a squadron of American destroyers whose task is to hunt for German U-boats in the Atlantic Ocean. As the game title suggests, our primary task is to hunt down Nazi submarines called U-boats. We make decisions that affect not only the results of subsequent battles, but also the course of the story.
On target.
Mountie reporting.
Mountie, this is Bloodhound. Proceed to engage contact. Baker.
Roger. Mountie engaging contact.
Area accomplished. Firewood.
Well, the next number is Second Front. It's a turn-based strategy game set in the realities of World War II. The game focuses on the tactical layer and offers a wide range of combat units known from the real world. The player controls soldiers belonging to different countries that fought in World War II. The list of divisions includes several hundred items.
It's always easy.
War Hospital is a real-time strategy with RPG elements game set during the First World War. During the game, the player takes the role of a retired doctor, Major Henry Well, who has to supervise a field hospital. His tasks include taking care of patients' health and the morale of his subordinates. Over time, you can upgrade your equipment to increase the chances of successful treatments.
Mud and the smell of death are friends who will always judge you. Help me. Can your own suffering redeem you for decisions that are never completely right?
The stage set for the greatest
The
stalemate.
Great War Western Front is the definitive World War I strategy game. Play a deciding role in history with this real-time tactical experience as you take charge in the iconic Western Front from 1914 to 1919. Pick your faction and lead your forces to victory. Welcome to Blind Force. It's a thrilling VR WW2 game that follows two parallel storylines before and during the war. Both storylines will converge in a thrilling conclusion that will propel the player into the next episode.
1939 and a soldier in 1944. My duty was to fight the Nazis, but my obsession was to solve a mystery. Before I completely lost my mind all my life. Who are you? What do you want from me?
Well, let's get into Gerda, A Flame in Winter. It's an adventure game based on a true story from the chronicles of a Danish resistance during the Second World War occupation by the Germans. Gerda must use all her cunning and the wisdom of her home village to save her husband.
Coming!
Infinitum is an atmospheric single-player horror game which puts you into a World War I setting seen through a first-person perspective. You'll find yourself in the trenches of a forlorn battlefield where you are being hunted by vicious creatures. Welcome to Projekt Z is a free-to-play first-person shooter set in World War II zombie scenario on a secret German islands. The game focuses around the Projekt Z, a project run by the Nazis to turn zombies, which has been discovered on the island earlier, into weapons to turn the war around in Nazi Germany's favor. On the island, you'll discover various secret Nazi projects related and unrelated to Projekt Z. Well, now it's time to get into Projekt Wunderwaffe. It will take you back into the realities of World War II, the end of which seems to be near. Germany is now just a shadow of its power. Your order is to build a secret military base and construct weapons of unprecedented power. Will you be capable of turning the tide of war? Well, let's talk about Burden of Command. It's an emotionally authentic World War II tactical leadership RPG, and you're the captain of a company of the fabled cotton balers, leading your men on and off historical battlefields from Morocco to Hitler's Eagle's Nest. Fighting psychology as much as bullets, you must build respect, trust, and battlefield experience to bring your brothers safely home. Okay, let's get into World War II Rebuilder. It's a unique, immersive storytelling simulation game where you build houses, flip squares, repair and renovate destroyed European cities. Become a builder of a World War II aftermath world. A first-person simulator where you'll help the Europe rise from the ashes after the Second World War and turn the ruins into welcoming homes for millions of people again.
Every time, with all the emotions I built up inside, oh why can't I? Will someone look for me if I disappear? No matter how much that I scream, nobody hears. But I see the light from far away, it's down the line. Maybe I should not give up without a fight, 'cause there will be a time